Hello you guys, Miss Steele here. So this week we have been talking about emphasis, but we've also been focusing on art movements and artists. I'm going to take off my lanyard real quick. So we're going to make our own Van Gogh sunflowers today. So what you're going to want is a piece of paper for your background. Here's the one I have. Let me see if I can fit it in here. And then you're going to want a small brown piece of paper, and this is going to be the center of our sunflower. And then you're going to want yellow or cream paper. I have one of both. Hopefully you will too. And we're going to use these for the petals of our sunflower. And then we need something to color with. So I have crowns. You want glue, scissors, and then a pencil and an eraser. Definitely our art tool basics. So we're going to get out the stuff that we don't need out of the way, and we're going to start with our background. And our first step is going to be drawing a vase at the bottom of our paper, because we want something for our sunflower that we're going to put up here to be inside of. You can draw kind of whatever shape vase you want, but I think I'm going to do one to where it has two round lines on the side, almost like I'm drawing a C, but a tiny C. And then I'm going to draw another round line on the other side. And then at the top, I'm going to draw a flat circle, so an oval like that. So I'm going to get this colored in, and you can color yours in however you would like. And then we'll move on to our next step. So our first step is drawing a vase and getting it colored in. So we have our vase drawn. Now we're going to draw a green line to about right around the top of our paper. And this is going to be the stem of our sunflower. And you want to draw it kind of going in to your pot. So it looks like it's growing out or inside of this. We can go back and add leaves later, but first we want just our stem. So now we have this and our stem. What we're going to do now is we're going to make the center of our sunflower, which sunflowers have a round center. So I'm going to try to draw my best circle, and you can too. If you feel like you need more help with your circle, you can always find something that's circular to trace. So you want to have a big circle. It's almost like the size of my hand. It's such a big circle. And now we're going to cut it out, and we're going to glue it right at the top of this. So I'm cutting out my circle, staying on the line the best I can. And now I'm going to glue this circle right in the middle. I'm going to grab a darker brown as well, and I'm going to add some dots because before I glue real quick, I forgot that part, because sunflowers have these little like seeds, and the sunflower seeds, and they grow in this middle part. So I'm going to add some dots on this real quick before I glue it down. I'm so sorry I forgot that step. This. And then I can add more later if I want to. So now let's get it glued down. Being a glue master, not a glue monster. And then I'm going to put that right at the top, right here. And then our petals are actually going to go off our paper. So now we have our vase, our stem, and our center of our sunflower. Now we're going to make the outside of the sunflower for the petals, which is why you need both of these. What I'm going to do to both of them is I'm going to use a light brown, and I'm going to add some lines just to add some texture in. So whenever I put it down, it doesn't just look like yellow paper. So I'm just using a light brown, and I'm just adding some straight lines to give it some texture before we start cutting it out and putting it on. And we're actually going to try something different for this. We're not going to cut them out all the way. We're going to cut them out and then we're going to tear them. So there's that one with some texture. And I'm going to add some texture to this one real quick and then we can get it put together. Alright, so I just added some straight lines to add some texture. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some cuts just right at the top, almost like whenever we cut our magic carpets, or we've done this for other things too. So I made a bunch of cuts right here at the top. And since I have my cut now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear this. And that's how I'm going to get my petals. So I'm just going to keep trying to tear them the best I can. And they're going to look a little bit different and not perfect, but that's okay. That's kind of what we want. There's another one. So I'm going to keep tearing these, and then I'm going to do the same thing for my yellow. So I'm going to cut some lines at the top, and then I'm going to tear it the rest of the way. So I'm going to finish doing this with my brown, and then I'm going to do that with my yellow, add the lines at the top with my scissors, and then tear them, and then we can get it put together, our sunflowers. You can kind of see to the side here, I have my pile of papers, and what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start gluing them down around that middle of the sunflower. I think I'm going to go back and forth between the two and go all the way around my sunflower. Some of them are curling a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm adding a dot of blue, and then I'm squishing it down around my sunflower. Around that middle piece we put in. And I'm going to keep adding until I get all the way around my sunflower. And then if I have extra pieces, I think I might just add them in where it looks like somewhere needs an extra piece. So I have my dot of blue on here, and then I'm squishing it. You can start to see it's going to be a huge sunflower. Squish that one down. Squish this one. And I'm going to keep going through and adding these in. And then we will see it at the very end. All right. I don't think I'm going to add leaves just because these are so big. But you can see I just got done gluing it around and my sunflower is done. If you have any pieces that you feel like are too long, you can always just tear off the ends of them. I think I'm going to do that for a few of them. And then my sunflower will be finished. I have some that are curling up. I might put a heavy book on it or something, and that can make it flatten down. But maybe I kind of like the curls. So I'm tearing off some of the ends of the pieces that I think look way too long. And then we will be finished. Maybe on this one as well. All right, friends. This is our Van Gogh sunflowers. You can see I still have some glue that's drying. But that will be it. I'm going to hold it up at the bottom. I'm excited to see how your flowers come out. And I will see you guys all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, your evening, your afternoon, whenever you're watching this.